Yes, ladies and gentlemen, episode 91 of the Journey's anime titled The Ghost Train Departs just dropped, and this is a very interesting episode where Allister makes his main anime debut. What's going to happen in this ghost train that our heroes have somehow found themselves in? Let's find out. The pacing of this episode is kind of weird. So a quick summary. Ash bumps into Allister at the start of the episode, who drops a ticket. They follow him into a completely separate train station below the train station they're at before hopping on the train. Turns out this is a ghost train station. Inside, Ash bumps an odd keystone that possesses him when he tries to put it back where it was supposed to be, and then Ash begins tormenting Go until eventually they come across Allister. The odd keystone where the spirit that possessed Ash then manifests into and begins rampaging as an angry spiritomb. At the same time, Ash randomly gets hit by a falling piece of wood, knocking him out. After Go asks for his help, Allister then feeds Ash Synesthe's tea, which cures the possession, while Go tries to fight the angry spiritomb from that keystone. Once back normal again, Ash, with the help of his Galar going into the spirit world, is able to capture that spirit that possessed him, and then he goes to help Go fight off the spiritomb by forcing the spirit they caught back into the spiritomb, making the spiritomb stop. The ghost train then stops at a graveyard where a group of haunters carry the keystone near a grave. Apparently that's where the spiritomb wanted to be. And then the next day, the train stops at Stow-on-Side, the place where our heroes originally wanted to get. However, once there, not only does Allister disappear, so does the entire train they came in, spooking our heroes and ending the episode. Yes, this episode is as insane as it sounds, but not in the chaotic way either. It's both the premise and the execution that makes this episode so bizarre. In terms of the premise, Ash and Go somehow get into a ghost train that's underneath the actual train station. First of all, how? And second of all, there are Pokemon there, so you could assume it's one of them making the announcement. However, the train calls itself the ghost train before our heroes even get in, and our heroes don't even flinch and only question it after getting on the train. But that's not the biggest problem. In terms of execution, the first half of the episode suffers from such a strange pacing issue. After Ash is possessed and tormenting Go, that's all that happens until we reach the Who's That Pokemon segment. It feels like they wanted to use that portion to show off the different Pokemon and have Go catch a Shedinja while showing how evil Ash could be if he's possessed, but if they wanted to do that, they didn't need to take almost 8 minutes of the 24-minute runtime to do so. The entire first half of the episode, I was saying to myself, something interesting, please happen. The second half of the episode is where the episode finally begins to pick up. Allister tells Go what's happening to Ash, and after pleading with him, Allister decides to help Ash, who at this point has been knocked out by a tree branch. Speaking of Allister, let's talk about him. He's a very meek kid, but also mysterious as he can talk to ghost Pokemon. Not only that, he's apparently the only one along with ghost Pokemon that can ride the ghost train. Why? The episode insinuates that he might be a ghost himself, as he questions how a human is in the ghost train. And that's a good question. How do humans get access to the ghost train? If it's supposed to be a train that only can be seen and accessed by ghosts or people with super close ties to ghost Pokemon, what does that say about our heroes? To be fair, Ash has died in the series multiple times, especially in the movies, so you know what, maybe it's not that crazy. I will say though, in terms of being a mysterious character, they keep Allister far away from our heroes, which is a good thing. It keeps his mystique, and it'll be interesting to see what happens to him and how he changes as a character the next time we meet him. Speaking of mysterious, I've always wondered how ghost Pokemon disappear and reappears, and this episode gives us a glimpse of that. I thought that was pretty cool. The Gengar goes inside Ash's shadow to grab the spirit, and then later uses shadows and other items to get through and from, and eventually in front of Spiritomb by coming through a piece of wood. That was pretty creative and memorable for a character that desperately needs more of those moments in this series. I hope this isn't just a one-time thing either. I hope we get to see it use this as some sort of ability for his battle. However, I have a feeling that this was only able to do that because it was in a ghost train. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. The ending I thought was great. After this crazy adventure happens and our heroes reach Stow-on-Side, not only does Allister and the train disappear and makes our heroes question our sanity, but also, when we see the ghost train again, there are no visible damage to it. The same damage that should have been there after the Spiritomb blew it up, it just keeps getting mysterious and more mysterious. Overall, while the first half suffers from a pacing problem that I felt like could have been solved with a bit more clever writing, the second half of the episode definitely does pick up the slack. The premise here is creepy and mysterious, but actually works well. A train taken by a ghost Pokemon that regular humans don't know about, a mysterious kid that not only knows about it but can talk to these ghost Pokemon, and a ghost world where conflicts and curses occur. A fun episode once you get past the boring first half, which will leave you more questions than answer. Overall, I'd say it's a great ball episode, mainly because of the fight I think is creative enough. The next episode, Allister is back, and this time our heroes are trying to find max mushrooms so that Gengar can Gigantamax. It looks like it will be an interesting episode. I can't wait to see how it plays out. But anyways, that is it from our review of episode 91 of the Journeys anime. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, like, share, subscribe. In the comments, let me know your thoughts on this episode. You can follow me on Twitter at TheRealPDGaming, and that's it. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.